Welcome to Profile Traders. This is Reza and thank you for listening to my market analysis for Monday the 22nd. What we saw on Friday, which is this profile here, was a mixed close because the close was at the middle of everything. And then came an overnight which gave you the same exact message that the market is in a rotation confined within the previous session's range. And then as it tested Friday high, it rejected and closed in the middle. Therefore, that rejection that was done on Friday and again last night right around 2105, that same seller showed up again today and rejected price after the buyers tried. But if you were a good market profile traders, like I told everybody even within the first half hour what to expect within C period to give a clear-cut indication that this drop on the downside was clearly coming. So now you are in the same exact bracket again, confined between Friday high to Friday low. If we do break Friday low, then the next target will be, significantly speaking, below a 2092. We should be looking at 2087.5, and then there is a POC down there at 2084. On the other hand, if we are allowed to reject back up and go in the rotation above, we should at the very bare minimum rotate to the middle of it and then to the other side of it. And then of course if we break above 2106 half, there is a POC up there at 2112.5 as a target. But also to give you a view of what is going on in the big picture, one must be very careful with two things here. Retest of the high up there on absolutely dramatic drop of volume. Actually, this is one of the most grotesque, severe divergences I have seen. And also, you have a tweezer almost candle up there, which are very notorious to set in a top or a bottom when they do show up. So one must be very cautious now with these fake run-ups in ES. There is a lot of reasons one should be concerned about the global picture of things. I'm not going to go into details, but geopolitical, economic slowdown, issue with ISIS, issue with Putin, issue with Greece, and I can go on and on. And you know, you can only compress air into a confined area until one good day can't take it anymore. And trust me if I tell you that we are taking a whole lot all at the same time nowadays. So watch this bracket 92 to 2106 and see which side breaks, either with a good break out of this range to give us clear signal it's real, or a hesitant break which will be signal that the break is fake and they're gonna fade it most likely. As far as crude, let me not waste a lot of your time, because imagine yourself that you're going back, I don't know, 100 whatever years ago, and you are dropped in a time where it's wild west. Everybody shoots at everybody carries a gun, everybody kill each other, and it's chaos. So welcome to wild west, because that's what it is. Every single report that is coming out is just pure contradiction One day OPEC wants to cut production, next day OPEC doesn't care, next day is Saudi Arabia punishing Iran for Syria, next day is United States punishing Iran to get a good deal by crushing price, next day is United States crushing price because of Putin. On and on and on. Bottom line is that nobody knows. All I can tell you is know your good support resistance levels. Take a shot at it with a very reasonable protective stop against the trade, and if you start to get paid, get the hell out as fast as you got in, because nothing lasts. The retracements against moves are extremely excessive and very vicious. So extreme caution is required for trading crude, and adequate pocket and account size, because this is not your $50 ES after 3 hours of sweating. This is like $700, $800 up and downs in a matter of minutes. As far as right now, we have very solid support, 46.5, 46.25. I can definitely see this thing going higher due to geopolitical reasons. The Middle East is in an absolute total chaos, with an absolute total catastrophic foreign policy from our part. Only yesterday, Yemen fell under the hands of Shia militias from Iran. ISIS is taking the other chunk. And do not forget that Yemen is next door to Saudi Arabia. If this thing spills even a little bit in Saudi Arabia, and there is problem with burning oil fields and blowing this pipeline and that pipeline and this tanker or that tanker, oil will flare like you have not seen it. Therefore, now if you trade oil, you have to be very conscious that you are going to be drastically affected by outside events and news coming from the Middle East. The situation is getting absolutely unseemly, crazy and volatile. So be very careful with this crude. Gold, I still believe it's a very undervalued asset. I believe it's a matter of time that it's going to go for a test of 1200, and then from that point, since we have had a very decent run from the lows of 1150, then it's going to probably breathe around there. If it doesn't breathe and we pierce through 1200, I am expecting an absolutely explosive move up, because it is going to surprise the shorts with a vengeance. So 1200 mark is extremely important right now. And if it starts to stall for few more sessions and we cannot break that point up, expecting a return back for a test of 1177. Anytime we are a lot below that, this whole portion of the profile is open for a retest down to 68.6. As always, thank you for listening. This was Reza with Profile Traders. If you wish to join me in my trading room and learn this style of my market profile, go to my website, ProfileTraders.com. You can get all my courses and 1-year membership for $550, money back guaranteed for 30 days.